My girlfriend said, "I'm working late again tonight. Big project. For the 5th time this week." I replied, "Don't work too hard." Then I showed up at her office with dinner. Her coworker said she left at 5 p.m. I tracked her location to her ex's apartment complex. When I knocked on his door with her work dinner. Original post: I, 31 male, have been with Rachel, 29, for 2.5 years. Living together for the last 8 months in my condo. She works in marketing at a mid-sized tech company downtown. I'm an accountant at a different firm. Pretty standard 9-to-5 life. Last month, Rachel started working late more frequently. First it was once a week, then twice. This past week, 5 nights straight. "Sorry babe, this campaign launch is killing me. Big project for a major client. You know how it is." I did know how it is. I've pulled late nights during tax season. But something felt off. She'd come home around 10 p.m., freshly showered, said they had a gym at work, slightly buzzed, team ordered drinks while working, and would immediately crash. No details about the project. No venting about annoying coworkers, just exhausted from staring at screens. Thursday night, she texted at 5:30 p.m., "Working late again tonight, big project deadline tomorrow. Don't wait up, love you." I replied, "Don't work too hard, want me to bring you dinner?" No, we're ordering in. Team bonding while we grind through this. Thanks though." Something snapped in me. Not anger, just clarity. I decided to surprise her anyway. Picked up her favorite Thai food from the place near her office. Even got extra for her team. Walked into her office building at 7 p.m. Security knew me, waved me through. Elevator to the 8th floor. The marketing department was basically empty except for the cleaning crew and one guy I recognized, Derek, from her team. "Hey Derek, where's everyone? Brought dinner for the team working on the big project." Derek looked confused. "What project? Rachel left at 5 with everyone else. We actually finished the Morrison campaign yesterday, having the celebration lunch tomorrow." My stomach dropped, but I kept my composure. Oh, must have gotten my days mixed up. She probably meant tomorrow. Thanks, man. Left the building, sat in my car with $60 worth of Thai food, and opened Find My iPhone. We shared locations, something she'd insisted on for safety. Her dot was across town, at an apartment complex I recognized, Riverside Gardens, where her ex, Nathan, lived. The ex she swore was completely out of the picture when we got together. The one who kept trying to get her back but she had absolutely no interest in. I drove there, parked, sat for maybe 20 minutes just processing. Then I grabbed the Thai food bags and walked to the building. I knew the unit number, 417. She'd mentioned it once when explaining why she had to block him on everything. Knocked on the door. Nathan answered, shirtless, holding a wine glass. His face went from confused to panicked in about 0.3 seconds when he saw me. Ryan? What are you?" "Brought dinner for Rachel's big project. Is she here?" From inside, Rachel's voice. "Babe, who is it?" "Babe." She appeared behind him in one of his t-shirts and shorts I didn't recognize. The color drained from her face so fast I thought she might faint. "Ryan, this isn't, I can explain. No need, here's your dinner. Figured you'd be hungry from all that hard work." I set the bags down on their doorstep, turned around, and walked away. Behind me, Rachel started scrambling. "Ryan, wait, please. It's not what it looks like." I didn't stop, didn't turn around, just got in my car and drove home. The phone started blowing up before I even reached the highway. Update 1, 3 days later. The entitlement spiral began immediately. That first night, Rachel sent 73 text messages. They evolved through distinct stages. Stage 1, denial, messages 1 to 15. "It's not what you think. We were just talking about work stuff. Nathan works in marketing too. We were collaborating. You're jumping to conclusions." Stage 2, minimizing, messages 16 to 35. "Okay, we were hanging out, but nothing happened. We're just friends. I only went there to get closure. It was just a few times." Stage 3, blame shifting, messages 36 to 55. "You've been so distant lately. You never want to do anything fun anymore. Nathan actually listens to me. This is what happens when you ignore your girlfriend." Stage 4, bargaining, messages 56 to 73. "Please come home so we can talk. I'll do anything to fix this. We can go to couples counseling. Don't throw away 2.5 years over a misunderstanding." I didn't respond to any of them. Instead, I spent Friday doing practical things. First, called my building's management office. Explained that my girlfriend needed to be removed from the authorized residence list immediately due to a domestic situation. They said she'd need to be escorted by security if she tried to use her key fob. Second, I changed the locks anyway. My condo, my mortgage, my name only on everything. She'd moved in as a guest who became permanent. Never added her to anything official, thank God for laziness. Third, I started packing her stuff. Methodically. Everything went into boxes. Clothes, toiletries, her work stuff, the Nintendo Switch she left here, that I bought her for Christmas. Everything. Saturday morning, she showed up with reinforcements. Her sister Megan, 27, and her best friend Sophia, 30. The building security called me. Mr. Thompson, there's a Rachel here with 2 other women. She says she lives here, but she's not on the list? That's correct. She used to stay here but no longer does. Please don't let them up. I could hear Rachel melting down in the background. Decided to go down and deal with it in the lobby. Public space, cameras everywhere, witnesses. The moment the elevator opened, Rachel rushed toward me. Mascara everywhere, full theatrical performance. Baby, please, just let me explain. 5 minutes. There's nothing to explain. You were at Nathan's. You called him babe. You lied about working. Multiple times. Megan jumped in. She made a mistake. People make mistakes. You're really gonna throw away everything over one mistake? One mistake? She lied 5 times this week alone. That's not a mistake. That's a pattern. Sophia tried the guilt angle. Rachel is devastated. She hasn't eaten in 2 days. Look what you're doing to her. What I'm doing. I brought her dinner at work. She wasn't there. She was with her ex. That's what she did. Rachel sobbed harder. It didn't mean anything. Nathan means nothing. Then why were you there? Silence. Then quietly, I was confused. Well, I'm not confused. We're done. Your stuff is packed. I'll have it delivered to Megan's place. You can't just kick me out. I live there. I have rights. Here's where I'd done my homework. Actually, you don't. You're not on the lease. You don't pay rent, which you insisted on because we're a couple and that's weird. And you have no legal claim to residency. You're a guest who's no longer welcome. Megan got aggressive. This is illegal eviction. It's not an eviction if she was never a tenant. Google it. Security started moving closer, sensing escalation. Rachel made one last play. Fine, but I want the Switch and the laptop and the jewelry, all the gifts you gave me. Gifts are yours to keep. They're in the boxes. And I want compensation for the time I invested in this relationship. I actually laughed. Compensation for cheating on me? I wasn't cheating, and even if I was, you emotionally abandoned me first. The security guard stepped forward. Ma'am, I need you to leave now or I'll have to call the police. They left, but not before Sophia shouted, You'll regret this. She was the best thing that ever happened to you. Sunday, I had all her stuff delivered to Megan's apartment, paid for professional movers and everything. Wanted it done clean, no loose ends. That's when the real entitlement started. Update 2, 1 week later. The smear campaign began Monday morning. Rachel posted on Instagram. Sometimes you think you know someone after 2.5 years, then they show their true colors. Thrown out on the street with no warning because of a misunderstanding. No conversation, no chance to explain, just cruelty. Remember ladies, always have your name on the lease. Emotional abuse, narcissistic ex starting over. The comments were immediately Team Rachel. Men are trash. You deserve so much better, queen. He never deserved you. I didn't respond, but my phone started buzzing. Mutual friends wanting my side. Most got the abbreviated version. She was cheating with her ex while pretending to work late. I ended it. But then Rachel escalated. She started calling my mom. My mother, who loved Rachel like a daughter, called me confused. Ryan, Rachel says this is all a misunderstanding? She says she was just getting career advice from Nathan? She's hysterical, honey. Maybe you should hear her out. Mom, she was at his apartment in his clothes calling him babe. What career advice requires that? Long pause. Oh dear, that poor stupid girl. Tuesday, Nathan reached out. This absolute clown sent me a LinkedIn message, saying, Hey man, I know things look bad, but nothing physical happened. We were just reconnecting as friends. Rachel loves you. Don't throw away what you have over jealousy. I screenshot it and replied, Reconnecting requires lying to me for a week? Also, she called you babe. Also, you answered the door shirtless. Also, get off my LinkedIn. He blocked me. Good. Wednesday brought the financial demands. Rachel sent a formal-looking email. Ryan, after consulting with friends and family, I've determined you owe me the following. 1. 3 months rent coverage since you illegally evicted me, $6,000. 2. Compensation for household contributions over 8 months, $2,400. 3. My portion of shared vacation costs we can no longer take, $1,800. 4. Emotional distress damages, $5,000. 5. The value of gifts given during relationship, $3,000. Total, $18,200. I expect payment within 30 days or I'll be forced to pursue legal action. Rachel. I forwarded it to my cousin who's a lawyer. He laughed for 5 solid minutes, then sent her a reply. Miss Williams, your claims have no legal merit. You are a guest in my client's home with no tenancy rights. Gifts are irrevocable transfers of property. You have no claim to future vacations you won't be attending due to your own infidelity. Emotional distress claims require actual damages, not hurt feelings from consequences of your own actions. Any further harassment will result in a cease and desist order. Regards, James Thompson, Esker. Thursday she tried a different approach. Started showing up at my office building at lunch. Just standing outside crying, holding a sign that said, "Please just talk to me." Building security asked her to leave. She complied but came back the next day. And the next. My boss pulled me aside. Ryan, I don't know what's going on in your personal life, but you need to handle this. I filed for a restraining order that afternoon. But the peak entitlement came Saturday. Rachel convinced her dad, Robert, to call me. This man, who I'd watched football with every Sunday for 2 years, tried to strong-arm me. Son, Rachel made a mistake, but you're destroying her life over it. She can't sleep, can't eat, might lose her job because she can't focus. Is that what you want? Robert, with all due respect, she destroyed our relationship by cheating. These are her consequences, not my choices. She wasn't cheating, she was confused. Nathan manipulated her. Nathan manipulated her into lying to me 5 times in 1 week, into taking showers before coming home, into deleting text messages. Silence. Then, how did you know about the deleted texts? I didn't, until just now. Thanks for confirming it. He hung up. The restraining order hearing was Monday. Rachel showed up with her whole family, parents, Megan, even her brother David, who I'd helped get a job last year. They sat there glaring at me like I was the villain. Rachel took the stand and cried about how I was ruining her life over one conversation with an old friend. The judge asked her directly, "Were you at your ex-boyfriend's apartment?" "Yes, but..." "Did you tell Mr. Thompson you were at work?" "I meant to go to work after." "That's a yes or no question." "Did you tell him you were at work?" "Yes." "Multiple times over the past week?" "Yes." The judge granted the restraining order. 6 months, no contact. Rachel had to be escorted out after screaming that I was a pathetic, insecure little man who couldn't handle a strong woman having male friends. Her brother David texted me later. "Just so you know, I'm keeping the job." But also, Nathan posted Instagram stories of them together all last week. "She's trash. You did the right thing." Plot twist. David sent me the screenshots. Multiple stories of Rachel at Nathan's place dating back 3 weeks. The working late started way earlier than I'd realized. Update 3. Final 1 month later. The last few weeks have been educational. After the restraining order, Rachel went scorched earth. Created a whole TikTok series about surviving narcissistic abuse, where she never named me but told stories that were clearly about our relationship, except completely fictionalized. In her version, I was controlling, monitored her every move, and isolated her from friends. The comments were brutal. "This is literally gaslighting. Classic narcissist behavior. Sue him for everything, sis." Then someone recognized her and dropped the bomb. "Isn't this the girl who got caught cheating with her ex and then tried to sue her boyfriend for kicking her out? My cousin works at her office." The video went from 50K views and sympathy to viral infamy. Someone found Nathan's Instagram stories, thanks David for the screenshots, created a compilation with her TikToks showing the timeline overlap. The comment section turned into a roast. Not the working late while being at Nathan's house. Imagine calling him the narcissist while you're literally gaslighting. She really thought we wouldn't find out I'm screaming. Rachel deleted everything, but the internet is forever. Someone made a reaction video that got 2 million views. She became a meme. There's literally a TikTok sound of her saying, "I was working late on a big project," that people use when they're obviously lying. The professional consequences hit next. Remember that big project she was supposedly working on? Her company noticed she'd been marking overtime hours for those nights. 5 nights of overtime pay for work she didn't do. They investigated, found she'd been doing this for 3 weeks, and fired her for time card fraud. She tried to file for unemployment, denied, fired for cause, tried to use me as a reference for new jobs, the audacity. I told every recruiter who called exactly why we broke up and that she was fired for time card fraud. Word spreads fast in marketing circles. Nathan? Oh, Nathan's story is even better. Turns out he had a girlfriend, Emma, who lived in another city. Emma saw the viral TikTok compilation, recognized Nathan's apartment, and reached out to me via Instagram. Emma: "Hey, weird question, but was your ex at Nathan's place on these specific dates?" I sent her everything, the timeline, the screenshots, the whole story. Emma was a legend. She didn't just dump Nathan. She, 1, called his mom and explained why they were breaking up, in detail. 2, posted the receipts on her Instagram with the caption, "When you find out your boyfriend's work emergency was his ex." 3, Venmo requested him for every dinner, gift, and trip she'd paid for, $3,847.60. 4, signed him up for every insurance quote website she could find. Nathan tried damage control by claiming I was a jealous ex making things up, but Emma had already posted screenshots of Rachel's Instagram showing her at his place. His own friends called him out. He ended up deleting all social media and moving back in with his parents. Last week, I got a letter forwarded from Megan's address, where Rachel's apparently still crashing. It was from Rachel, violating the restraining order. "Ryan, I know I'm not supposed to contact you, but I need you to know the truth. Yes, I was at Nathan's, but it wasn't what you think. He was helping me plan something special for your birthday next month. I was going to propose to you. I had been saving up, working extra hours, hence staying late, and Nathan was helping because he knows your taste in watches. I was going to propose with a watch because I know you don't wear rings. This whole thing is a misunderstanding that spiraled out of control. I have the receipts for the watch. I can prove everything. Please, just give me 5 minutes to explain. Also, I need you to tell employers I didn't commit time card fraud. It's affecting my career. Forever yours, Rachel." I gave the letter to my lawyer cousin James. He sent it to the district attorney's office for restraining order violation. He also pointed out the obvious, a watch proposal requiring 5 secret nights a week at her ex's apartment, and she needs you to lie to employers. The delusion is astronomical. The prosecution is pending, but she's looking at potential jail time for violating the order. Megan reached out yesterday, trying one last time. Rachel is suicidal. She's lost everything. Her job, her reputation, her relationship. Even Nathan won't talk to her now. You've destroyed her life. I hope you're happy." I responded. Rachel destroyed her own life with her choices. She chose to cheat. She chose to lie. She chose to commit time card fraud. She chose to violate a restraining order. These are consequences, not revenge. Also, if she's genuinely suicidal, please get her professional help instead of trying to guilt me. Megan, you're heartless. I'm heartbroken. There's a difference, but I'll survive. And I am surviving. Therapy helps. I joined a volleyball league, started taking cooking classes. Turns out I only knew how to make 3 things. My apartment feels like mine again. Repainted the bedroom, got new furniture, even adopted a cat named Waffles, who judges everyone equally. The trust issues are real. Downloaded dating apps but haven't met anyone yet. Not ready. My therapist says it's normal, that betrayal trauma takes time to process. But here's what I learned. When someone shows you who they are through their actions, believe them. Not their words, not their tears, not their promises, their actions. Rachel's actions showed me she was willing to lie, cheat, manipulate, and then play victim when caught. The restraining order violation case is next month. If convicted, she faces up to 6 months in jail, though probably just probation. Either way, there's now a legal record of her behavior. Her work dinner sits in my freezer. Can't bring myself to throw it away or eat it. It's like a monument to the moment everything changed. Maybe that's weird, but hey, therapy is a process. To anyone reading this, Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't let anyone gaslight you into doubting your instincts. And when someone lies to you repeatedly while calling you crazy for suspecting them, run. Rachel, if you're reading this, and I know you are because Megan mentioned you've been stalking my Reddit, that Thai food costs $63.47. The relationship cost me 2.5 years. But the lesson? Priceless. I hope Nathan was worth it. Oh wait, he wasn't. He's hiding at his mom's house pretending you don't exist. Funny how that worked out.